You're watching CBC News Network and our special coverage live from Humboldt. If you were watching earlier, when I arrived here at this arena and I stopped first at the memorial to the boys, one of the things that I talked about on Saturday night was this box of Kraft Dinner and the pictures of your billet cats going to miss you. And that was in tribute of Evan Thomas. Well, I never imagined that I'd be meeting Evan Thomas's billet parents. I'm so thankful that you've come in. Can you just join me a little bit closer as I do? Dudley Warford and Laurie Strome Warford, Evan's billet parents. Evan, 17 years old, one of the boys that you lost on Friday. Tell me about that Kraft Dinner. Why don't we start there with a smile before we undoubtedly get sad?
Well, we worked full time. So when we've been billeting for 9 years or over the last 10 years, and even though we work, we always told the guys, you know what, we'll always make a meal when we're home, but sometimes you got to fend for yourself. And that was Evan's go-to food if we were working. So,
and as I recall, it said game day routine, game day ritual. Did he like the KD before the game?
Game day ritual for sure.
Is that
and
right?
It was always a battle between him and Colton who was going to make the Kraft Dinner because they both liked it so much.
Colton's your son?
Yeah, Colton's my son, yeah.
And he started the tradition with his games too.
Yeah, and he started the same tradition with his games. So one sort of fed off the other. It was just phenomenal.
Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm. Would he have had Kraft Dinner on Friday, do you think, before he headed out?
Probably.
He might have. I spoke with him in the morning after he came from practice here at the rink, and he was coming back home, and it was either a bowl of cereal or his Kraft Dinner, because we were getting ready to go to our cottage at the lake, and I spoke with him in the garage as I was loading the truck, and it was just simply a hello and have a good game tonight. Basically, he did wish me happy birthday
Really?
because he was going to miss my birthday on Saturday, and yeah, so.
That's the news you got on Friday ahead of your birthday on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, I really can't imagine what the families have been going through in these hours. For you to come then on Saturday, because that's when you came, to put that tribute in his honor. You were here last night? Yeah. Mm-hmm. What did you think of the tribute to your boy?
Evan was an amazing kid. It was for all of them. The whole thing is so surreal. Evan amongst all of them, they were great kids. We've had the house filled with all of his peers from the team. Evan
your place is the drop-in spot.
Evan
went over and bring them all over.
Sometimes they did their share all around town, but Evan hosted the Super Bowl game, and they're all great kids. They are.
Yeah.
He was 17. You had him for about a year. 18? Okay, you had him for about number 17.
Number 17.
18 years old.
Yeah.
You had him for about a year.
He came with us at the start of the season, and I know Scott, his dad, and myself, we spoke yesterday afternoon as he came to the house and gathered up his last belongings, and he was a man of few words, but
his father?
Yeah, Evan was, and we both struggled for something to say about him, because I asked Scott, I said, how do you feel about us speaking with you guys about doing a tribute to Evan? And he said, yes, we want that. We want it known that of the type of person he was. You guys spent the last time with him, and because of that, we want you. So I said, what do I say about Evan? Because, and we both agreed on the same thing. He was a boy of few words, but when he spoke, there was a lot to say. If that makes any meaning at all, he said
the right things at the right time. There's a lot of substance to what he said. That means a lot. I mean, we understand that clearly. Yeah.
If the world were to look at Evan's picture, he looks very stern and very focused on everything he does. But the truth be known, he had an infectious smile. It's like he brought love to our household. So.
I noticed that his dad's a chiropractor, I think, right? His office is closed, and there's going to be a tribute to him next week in Saskatoon.
Yes.
And the tribute, of course, tonight. He brought love to your family. He was like a member of the family. Do you view these guys as your boys, as family members?
Absolutely.
Part of the thing when you take these boys in, you're comforting their parents, knowing that these kids are going to be in a safe home and a loving home, and you just take them on as your own.
And you have children. How did he fit in with your children? Colton, obviously, they fought over the KD.
Yes, they fought over the KD.
Everything.
They fought over the gaming.
They did everything together.
Everything together. Yeah.
Everything, even our daughter. It was it's unreal, the bond and relationship that they build.
Well, it was clear from the little notes written on the
Yes.
on the Kraft Dinner, and also on the cat. You know, "Are your billet cat will miss you." You were telling our producer before we came on air together what you did last night after the vigil.
Well, that was before the vigil. We
Before
just
the vigil?
did a little Scrabble game with the kids, and
Yeah.
we just used words about Evan.
Yeah.
Did he like
Yes,
Scrabble?
we always played Scrabble with
You
him.
always played
it was
Scrabble
a
together.
nightly thing with us. Yeah, it was like if he wasn't going to watch what was that television show that he gathered with his friends there? That was
Bachelor.
The Bachelor? He was a Bachelor viewer, was he?
All the team was a Bachelor.
Every Monday the
viewers.
boys had to
Every
go.
Monday the boys had to go. But if it wasn't Bachelor night, then it was Scrabble night. So him and I and Lori, and he was quite competitive, because I was always in a sort of a little tip with him saying, hey, you know what, you cannot use your phone to make words. And
He would have
search
to
the
even
internet,
look at,
you know.
oh my, that wasn't
And
fair.
No, it's not fair at all. But I mean, he was a very competitive kid, and I mean, there was lots of smiles, lots of chuckles when we were playing Scrabble. So something that always came to mind for us.
So last night you had a match thinking of him. Tell me some
Yeah.
of the words that you used for Evan.
Some of the words we used his number: Humboldt Broncos, Humboldt Strong, Pride, Xbox,
yeah.
KD, family.
E.T., because that's what his mom called him. So,
E.T.
yeah.
Evan Thomas,
Evan
of
Thomas,
course. Xbox would have got a lot of extra points.
Yeah,
Whoever
yes,
put
it
that
would.
one
It
down.
did, yeah.
That's
So,
a wonderful way to honor him.
Yeah, it was.
And you'll be bound to his family forever.
We are. We built a wonderful relationship with his family, and
Yes.
one that will last forever.
I think it will.
It will.
Oh, absolutely,
Definitely.
absolutely. That was as we were walking out the door yesterday, and we gave our hugs before we came to the vigil. I mean, Scott just basically gave me a hug and said, "This is a bond forever." So,
Send our best to them. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming in today. What a beautiful, as you promised, it was a beautiful tribute to E.T.
That's it.
Dudley
you.
and Laurie, thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.